I'll tell you something, I'm Canadian, but when President Whitmore gives that speech, I just gotta salute him. America! Independence Day, the classic 1996 action movie, cheesy, fun, disaster, destruction porn movie from Roland Emmerich, the guy who brought us things like Stargate, Godzilla, Get It Away From Me, but also he made The Day After Tomorrow, 2012, 10,000 BC. The cast in this is huge, so I'll just name off the people I can. We got Jeff Goldblum, Will Smith, Bill Pullman, I almost said Bill Paxton. Game over, man! Robert Loggia. I am Robert Loggia. Oi, Shabbat Shalom. What a schmuck. What's his name? Judd Hirsch. Who's that one guy? David. Oh my god. I gotta call my brother. I gotta call my housekeeper. I gotta call my lawyer. I forgot my lawyer. Who is that? Harvey Fierstein. Lots of people in this. Vivica A. Fox. Harry Connick Jr. I loved him in The Iron Giant. Do you see the poster? I don't know, but I loved him. He's Dean in that movie. And I'm like, yeah, he's in one of my favorite movies ever. It turns out, when he's not in an animated movie, he can't really act, but it's okay. I'll forgive him. And there's a lot of other people. This movie just stacked with people, I tell you, is just full of it. And it's a 90s action movie. 1996, this is when I was born, you know? It came out a little bit before I was born. It came out on like July 4th, so very close actually. But it's like, damn, so I'm as old as this movie pretty much. And so just the other day, I'm like, okay, the new one's coming out. I gotta fucking get this. I haven't watched it, so it's like, sit down and watch. And so yeah, this movie takes place between July 2nd and July 4th. These alien ships, these big mystical, creepy, ominous orbs. It's just like flat little circles basically come flying in with fire on them because they're just burning up the atmosphere and they're just hovering over these famous landmarks and everyone's like, well, what the fuck is that? And then it turns out we're gonna destroy you. Jeff Goldblum is a scientist. You see these satellites here, they have a thing that is transmitting a signal from the aliens and they are about to destroy us all. I am Jeff Goldblum. Must go faster, must go faster, must go faster. And so the aliens, they show up, and it's just like they're showing up. To us, they're insignificant. They're parasitic things that just want to destroy the planet, use whatever resources they came for, kill us all, and move on. But they can't get in the way of the human spirit. We're gonna kick their ass. So yeah, Will Smith as a fighter pilot, Jeff Goldblum as a nerd, Bill Pullman as the President of the United States, one of the best presidents in movies anyway, because, you know, he's a fighter pilot at one point. He's like, I'm going to get in the jet and fight them too. I'm going to give an amazing speech. I'm going to rouse everyone. Oh, yeah. I'm getting very tingly, actually. I'm getting a little amped up thinking about that speech. We will not go quietly into the night. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. I gotta salute him every time he says that. I'm like that one extra that's just like, ah! But anyway, how is the movie? Well, it's cheesy 90s fun disaster porn. That is the good way to describe it because as far as plot goes, yeah, aliens show up and want to fuck with us and we're going to fight back. And a lot of people are going to die, a lot of people are going to live. All the likable stereotypes, there's not really many characters, it's more stereotypes. There's a few characters, sort of, but it's like Jeff Goldblum is playing Jeff Goldblum as Ian Malcolm or any other character Jeff Goldblum plays. We need to destroy the aliens, and I will figure out a way how, insignificantly so, because it's contrived, but I'm Jeff Goldblum, and you'll love it anyway because I was in Jurassic Park. And I love Jeff Goldblum, and this movie's fantastic. Love him, salute him, just great. Will Smith is kind of playing a toned-down version of Will Smith, just charming Will Smith, likable presence in the movie. He's one of the few characters, I feel, because like Harvey Fierstein, oh my god, that's his whole character. It's just, I heard he did that in Mrs. Doubtfire. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I should check that out. I gotta call my mother. David, oh crap. I loved it, okay? I loved it. Bill Pullman as the president, I like him a lot. We got, I keep forgetting his name, Judd Hirsch. He's just the Jewish dad. I should have, if I knew I was going to meet the president, I would have wore a tie. I look like a schmageel. Well, a colorful cast of stereotypes or just people kind of playing themselves, but enjoyable to watch nonetheless. I'm liking these characters. I mean, we got fucking Randy Quaid in here, and that's the closest character that it's like, I didn't really care for it. He's kind of just playing Cousin Eddie. Cousin Eddie. Is that what he's doing? I don't know. He's drunk off his ass the whole movie. Hello, boys. I'm back. I love that moment. I love it, actually. In the words of us Americans, up yours. But actually, I want to talk about his kids for a minute, because I'm okay with Randy Quaid in this movie and the vacation movies, but his kids... So fuck, like really, the one kid looks so much like Keanu Reeves. It's like his weird invalid twin that's just like, Dad, what are you doing? Dad, like he can't act. He's just like, what's going on, Dad? You gonna fly up there, Dad? That's my best impression of him. Dad! Like, they're terrible. Randy Quaid's kids. If there's any a character in this movie that should have died, like ship randomly shows up, crashes, and kills them, it's Randy Quaid's kids, okay? But I like Randy Quaid enough. Just drunk off his ass the whole movie. I'm okay with it, but it was kind of terrible at the same time. So yeah, we got our types, our characters, and like overall it's like, I like Bill Pullman, I like Will Smith, and I love Jeff Goldblum. Just keep them on the screen and I'm very happy. All the other characters, like there's a lot of characters in this. The movie starts out slow, setting them up, but then we get into the destruction. And when the aliens start shooting shit, it looks good. You know why? Because it's mostly practical effects, you know? It wasn't CGI everywhere, and this was at a time where CGI was starting to be a thing, but they're like, we'll keep it mostly practicals and miniatures, that's why it holds up and looks good. And when they get to CGI, it looks dated, but it still looks okay. Like, it doesn't look horrible. Because, yeah, it was a lot of practical, so it looks good. And the destruction, Roland Emmerich is like a Michael Bay with a little more substance, but a little less style. And yet his action is filmed better. It's not shaky cam where, like, the Transformers movies. Who is fucking fighting who? I don't know. Roland Emmerich. It's like, here's a steady shot of a building being blown up, and we'll show you, like, 5 different angles. Slow motion. Yeah. And he's competent. When he's doing these destruction scenes, it looks good. When the White House gets blown up and all these things, it looks fantastic. And yeah, it's destruction porn, and it's very impressive, actually. It still holds up, because I had never seen this, and I knew, like, yeah, they blow up the White House, but aside from that, I didn't know. I didn't know what was coming, and I was excited a lot of times. Some of the other action scenes are still pretty good. There's like some Top Gun aerial fights. You got Harry Connick Jr. Come on, Big Daddy, let's go over. Big Daddy, I'm going down. Yeah. And then you get Will Smith punching out an alien. Oh, welcome to Earth. It's like, okay, I get what kind of movie this is, and I'm enjoying it now. Quite a bit. And the alien designs themselves are a little bit reminiscent maybe of xenomorphs, slightly. But it's like, it's a cool enough, interesting design. We don't know too much about them. They're very one-dimensional. We're here to fucking kill all of you, so die! But no. Bill Pullman's gonna rouse us with a speech. We're gonna fly off. We're gonna shoot a lot of shit and a lot of cool, decent action, good enough characters. It's like, that's what this movie is. Characters are, story's kinda, but you know what? It has an emotional moment. I cried a few tears. I get roused by the speech. The action is good looking. I actually really love this movie. So yeah, Independence Day. I just kinda want to talk about it, put my thoughts on it out there, not just sum it up in the review for the sequel. So yeah, I just had to sit here and spout off some random shit about it, basically. Is this a review? Sort of. Yeah, just to be redundant and sum it up again. Good action, because Roland Emmerich can do good action most of the time. Like, well shot, well staged, still holds up, looks good, exciting stuff. Decent characters where it's like, you're going to remember them. I'm not going to forget, David, oh my god, and Jeff Goldblum, Will Smith. I'm going to remember them. They're fun stereotypes, archetypes. They're not real people. They are very much characters and just cliches at times, but I enjoy them. I mean, there's some ridiculous shit in this movie. Vivica Fox, who's a stripper, has her son, Dylan, which got me excited, and their dog, Boomer, and an explosion's coming down a tunnel, and she kicks open a door, and they jump in, and the explosion goes by, but it doesn't follow them in the room. It's like, it's stupid and retarded, but it's fun. It's fun. Going along with the ride, having a good time. They had good setup and they built up to it, so it's very epic. Like, the aliens are very intimidating, and when we get to kick their ass, It's a good time. It's definitely a classic, and when it comes to every year on Independence Day, 4th of July, I'm gonna watch this movie. And I'm a Canadian, so it's like, listen, it's not like it matters that much to me about Independence Day, but it's like on that day, every year I gotta watch Independence Day, because that's just what I'm gonna do now, because I really like this movie. I would give Independence Day a B+. It's not the best movie in the world, but a cheesy 90s sci-fi action movie goes, it's one of the better ones. I had quite a blast with the movie. So comment below, tell me your thoughts on Independence Day, and yeah, we're gonna get to Independence Day Resurgence next. Oh my god, David!